was on antibiotics for I think about 12 years straight. I found out I was allergic to wheat, and I grew up in Nebraska.
Oh, God.
So I was, not very good. And every time I ate, I just never felt good. My stomach always hurt. And I started studying nutrition, I remember, in high school. Like when I was 14 and 15, I was telling people where to eat and started counting calories back then. And then I took one nutrition class at the University of Nebraska and was like, okay, I'm switching my whole life, and then started studying nutritional science and understanding the body. And then I got my bachelor's in nutritional science, and then now I'm pursuing my CCN, which is Certified Clinical Nutritionist. I'm an intuitive eater. That's my whole goal, is for people to not need me, which is such a great business marketing plan, but to be empowered to actually tune in to their bodies and be like, you know what, it's so cute, my clients that come to me that didn't even know what protein was at the beginning, and they're like, yeah, my protein's too low today, by week 3, and I'm like, didn't even know what protein was last week. So just they become more educated and they know what their body needs more. So that's step 5. So let's look at the tree. This is how to meal plan. This is one of my favorite tools to teach people. All right, the foundation of the tree is vegetables, which most nutritionists will agree on. And for my more advanced vegetable people, I have sea vegetables, kelp, sprouts, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Fermented vegetables are amazing for digestion and building up the flora. So,
why they eat that so much over in Japan?
Correct, because it's helping them digest their food. That's why they don't have any wrinkles. Yeah, that's enzymes and such help with inflammation of your skin. All right, and then let's go up to my other favorite food group, is good fat. One of my slogans is good fat is where it's at. I recommend every time you eat anything to eat it with healthy fat. Okay, so even if it's my client, I have a lot of interesting clients right now, but he's eating a lot of Red Bull and popcorn in the middle of the day, right? I know. So, but we don't judge in conscious nutrition, we just support. So I'm like, is there any way you can add almonds with your Red Bull or add almonds with your popcorn? Good fats are the top. So like I said, every time you eat something, try to even if it's I'll pick on the pastry again. I must be craving a pastry. So we have a pastry. So eating it with good fat, or having it with your protein shake and fish oil, or taking extra fish oil after your pastry would help, or having the almond croissant to try to make that one make you feel better. All right, and then there's meat and potatoes, okay? Meat and potatoes, starch and protein. So I, of course, picked the healthy starches. I didn't go and put, the refined ones. So, anybody heard of quinoa? Yes? Yeah, awesome. Very high-quality grain. Great for vegetarians because it has more protein in it, so that's helpful. Easier to digest. It's gluten-free, which everyone's kind of familiar with this gluten word. Wheat, okay, which is tough for digestion. It kind of sticks in your digestive tract. Squashes, sweet potatoes, yams, red potatoes, sprouted grain, wheat, and cereal. So sprouted grain breads, brown rice flours, gluten-free options. Occasional starches are oatmeal, corn tortillas, rice, and nutcrackers. I'm not a big fan of puffed grains because puffed grains are really hard for us to digest. So I kind of put those as occasional. And I see a lot of people over time start to develop heart disease eating oatmeal 7 days a week. Yes, so not against oatmeal, that's why I just have it occasional. Because what it is a lot of starch, and then they always piggyback it with brown sugar, raisins, skim milk. So all those things are high in sugar. Okay, to protein, now the protein part, so the meat, okay? Salmon, grass-fed beef, dark meat, chicken, big fan of, which we're going to talk about. Duck, turkey, buffalo, beans and lentils, and organic free-range eggs is my protein side here. Okay. Then the reason beans and lentils are over here is I have tons of vegetarians in my world, because everyone thinks as a nutritionist I'm supposed to be a vegetarian. But beans and lentils are separate from rice. Okay. Because what I've been seeing, all vegetarians are taught to eat beans and rice together. Okay. Because it's a complete protein. Because one's missing one amino acid, the other one's missing another. Big fan of that, but I want them to eat beans for lunch and rice for dinner. Not always eating them at the same meal, because I always see them having digestive difficulties, low energy. They're not absorbing as many minerals and essential fats. For the guidelines, these guidelines go with the tree. And we're going to jump down a little bit. We're going to go try to eat one side of the tree or the other as often as possible. Again, don't think all or none. So erase that mindset.
One side? Where's the side?
So you either go veggies, protein, fat, veggies, starch, fat. Okay? As often as possible. What happens, we talked about this, I briefly talked about it already. When you mix a lot of protein and starches together, they take different enzymes to break down in your stomach. thus not digesting properly, dumping overboard, not improperly digested, fermenting. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm bloated 30 minutes after I ate, or I'm craving sugar, or blah, 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 because you're not properly breaking down the food and you're not absorbing your vitamins and minerals as efficiently, okay? So we absorb all vitamins and minerals in our gut, okay? So if the food's not properly broken down, you can't absorb it, then your energy's tired.
From what? No, I missed it.
Okay, certain enzymes, it takes an acidic environment to break down protein, and it takes an alkaline environment to break down starch. So we're constantly mixing meat and potatoes together. We're not quite breaking down our food as efficiently, and so we're crashing, or we're not getting as much nutrition from it.
That's your food combined. Don't put the protein with the starch.
With every meal, not all or none. Okay, so that's the trickiest part of the whole tree. So if I know I'm going out for dinner tonight, which we usually always combine proteins and starches at dinner, usually, because they always, meat, potatoes, sushi, yada yada, then for lunch I would try to eat one side of the tree or the other then. Or for breakfast, depending on what my goals are. The more active you are and the more healthy your immune system is and the more healthy your digestive tract is, you can combine more often. So the more you exercise.
Very good.
But your people that are far from their goals, this is a great trick for them. They're going to see less bloating and feel happier right away.